Okay, so we are back for more of our pink boot camp. This week's lesson is on coaching. So this is class number 3, coaching. And the first one was time management, money management, emotional management. And then last week we had a class on booking and how to overbook so that we can guarantee we have a certain amount of appointments on our date book so we can feel more in charge of our business and in control, right? And then also the next class now is going to be on coaching. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So coaching is really just connecting with your hostess and any guests that you might have. If it's a facial, of course, communicating with that person, and then the hostess and communicating with her guests. So it's really just connecting. And I truly believe that the better coached an appointment is, the more likely it's going to hold. We all know that life just happens, right? And how many of us have had to cancel last minute on an appointment of any sort. So don't ever take it personally if that happens. So it's not like it won't ever happen, even if you coach perfectly throughout this whole process. Sometimes that does happen. But with this coaching process, you are going to increase your likelihood of having your hold rate much bigger than it would normally be. Okay, so coaching is pretty simple and straightforward, but I do have some tips that I want to share with you that I have learned that really help to kind of streamline the process and just make it simpler and easier on everyone, you including the hostess as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about kind of how I work with, getting guest lists and things like that that are much simpler than I've done before the hard way. And then I've also done some things the new easy way. And there is just a different kind of flow depending on if you've met this person online or in person, and she's filling out maybe the back of the profile card and she's doing, let's say, a beauty of friendship where it's basically a referral opportunity. So she already has names and numbers on the back of the profile card or on whatever slip you might be using. That is a different place to start than if it's someone who you're just starting from scratch and just saying, hey, I've got a challenge and I'm excited about building my fall and holiday portfolio, and I'd love to feature you as one of my models. So is there any reason why you can be one of my 30 in my fall and holiday portfolio? That was kind of how we discussed last time, how easy it can be to simply book one person. And then once you have her booked, then you can go through this coaching process and have her invite people to join her. Okay. So in that instance, I have a really great tip that I'm going to share with you that's really easy, where you don't really have to have her send you a guest list. But going back to, if you're at a party and someone has already filled out the referral game list and she's got people on there, that's going to be your initial guest list. And she can just snap a shot of that, or you would have the profile card in person. And so that would be your way of getting the guest list, right? So that's how you kind of get it when you're already at the appointment for your next appointments. But when it's coming from just scratch and it's a brand new person, then I have a great tip for you. So you're probably wondering what that tip is. So first of all, what I want to share with you is you are in charge of your business and it's your number one priority, right? Stating the obvious, I know, but your hostess or whomever you're going to see, it's not her priority, okay? And it's not at the top of her mind. So you have to be the one to literally coach her through the process so she understands what to expect, and to keep her level of excitement up as well. I think that's really the most important, is to keep her emotionally lifted, so she doesn't want to cancel because she's so excited about it, right? So that's your part to do that, and that's part of the connecting. So coaching, think connect. Okay, you're coaching, and you're actually connecting with people throughout this process in order to have a successful appointment and have it actually hold, right? So when just going straight to the guest list part, because I feel like, and you can tell me in the comments, if this is something that sometimes you can struggle with. But what I do is I actually send the hostess my invitation script. I send a little graphic, like a little Canva that describes, DIY beauty experience or pampering session, whatever you call it. And on that little flyer or little picture that she can send, it has information about my phone number on there, and to say that you RSVP to my phone number with her name, the hostess's name. So it makes it really simple and easy and straightforward. So I think that having a little graphic that she can send is just more fun. So that's kind of like your paper invitation. If you are into it, and I think it's a great idea, if it's an in-person party, to actually have the time to write an personal invitation, like a snail mail invitation. I highly, highly recommend it. In some cases where, either time is of the essence, or it's just not feasible. So in that instance, I do recommend it. If you want to do the old school paper invitations, is a really nice touch, and I think that that's really something that you would want to consider doing. So with the invitation, let me go ahead and see if I can. I just want to read this to you, so what I kind of send. So it would sound something like this, okay? Not verbatim, but it sounds something like this. Hey, I was gifted a beauty experience for myself and my friends with Mary Kay, and I love you, so you are one of the friends that I picked. So I hope you can make it. It's on whatever date and time and whatever, whether it's virtual or in person. And then it says, please text my name to, and then it has my phone number, and then it says to RSVP to reserve your gift bag. Can't wait to have some girl time with you. So the key here, and the simple and the brilliant thing that is so wonderful about this approach, is that uh, she's sending the invitation, this copy and paste. She's taking this invitation that I texted to her, and then she's forwarding it to her girlfriend. So it's coming from her phone number. And then when it comes from her phone number, obviously they know who it is. If I were to do it, they would be like, who is this person? It's just kind of awkward, right? So that's why I have her text this to her invitation list. And then the RSVP part of it, which is so brilliant, is that people are going to text your phone number with her name. So you know that they are guests of that person. Okay. So that's what's so brilliant about this. So now you have a phone number that's blank because you don't know who it is, and then it has her name on it, right? So you know which hostess it belongs to. So the other key part about this as well is that if you aren't getting these responses with your hostess's name that you have on your date book, then ding ding, I need to communicate with this hostess and say, gosh, I haven't heard from anybody yet. Maybe we want to send out the invitation again, or just give them a quick reminder. I know how people are so busy. Okay, so that would be a way that you can work with that. Okay, but I really feel like that is something that is very simple and easy to do, and then that starts your connection process with these with the guests. So now you respond by saying, thank you for your RSVP. My name is Margaret. I am the beauty expert, consultant, whatever you want to call yourself, who will be doing so-and-so's virtual beauty experience. I have a few quick questions. First, what is your name? And if you could change one thing about your skin, what would it be? And then, have you tried the new Mary Kay? So those are the simple, easy questions that I start out with, and just a response, because I need to find out who it is, right? We don't know their name. So that's the first thing that I do, is I send that with a little picture of myself. So it's like I'm not a total stranger to her. And that's something that I think is kind of a nice touch to be able to do that. Now we have the hostess has agreed to a day and time. She's forwarding out the invitation list to her friends. You're starting to get responses back, and then you're starting this communication process for finding out about their skin type. And this is the what's in it for them portion of coaching for the appointment. Okay, so very simple. Right before, or right after rather, you book the appointment and you've sent out the pampering package. That's one point, right? You're going to send her a little message saying that it's on its way. Then before the class, 5 days before, you're giving her some Zoom information, keeping her excited about it, maybe sending her a little link to something, like here it's talking about a little Canva with the Zoom info, maybe a little picture that shows what to have to be prepared. So like a washcloth, have your sample pack available, things like that. And then 3 days before the appointment, having her tell you what gift she might like if she wins one of the prizes, keeping her excited about the appointment, and then encouraging her to watch a marketing video and fill out that survey so that she can get extra entries into the drawing. And then one day before, you're just simply like reconfirming and showing her the gift that she's going to get for attending. Okay, so coaching is all about connecting. So we are in the relationship business, and the more you can connect with people and find something interesting about them, maybe through your communication, that's going to be just an extra layer that you can find out about them, will help you to kind of get connected with them, and maybe find something in common. I mean, all these things are helpful. And the other thing too is when you could ask them if they're on social. If this is something that you're not booking through social media, perhaps you can ask them just in one of the questions, like, "Hey, are you on social? By the way, I'll give you my handle or my Instagram or whatever." And then that way you can connect virtually before the appointment as well, and that will give you kind of a look into her life, and maybe see if there's some commonalities or something like that that you can relate to her with or on. And that will also be another layer that will help you to connect. And then if for any reason that person or that hostess ends up not being able to participate or hold the actual appointment, then the likelihood of you rebooking that person is pretty high when you've taken the time to develop a little bit of a relationship with someone. Okay, so that is my class on coaching for this week. So are you ready for the secret word? The secret word for the coaching class is profile. Profile. So profile, like as in pre profile for our beauty profile for our appointments. So that is the secret word for this class. So make sure to text that to me, or type it in the comments so that I know that you had a chance to watch this video. And I'd love to hear any other ahas that you might have. Again, I'll put some of this information in the description so you have access to some of the notes that might be helpful for you. And again, I want to circle back to Mary Kay In Touch. If you have not gone on to Mary Kay In Touch, logged in as with your beauty consultant number, there's a plethora of information on there under something called MK Confident. And so there is where you will find a lot of information, videos, modules that you can go over, all types of information about having a successful business. So today was really focused on coaching. The next class is going to be on selling. So get excited to come back next week and learn more about selling at your appointments. And then after that, we're going to be talking about team building. So we've got 2 more classes to go. So hang in there. And I'm so glad that you joined. Make sure again to comment, let me know that you're here, and share that secret word so you get credit for watching this class. Okay. Thanks so much, you guys, and I will see you next time.